doesn't it?
Yeah.
Regenerates the soil.
It's starting to flatten a bit of this out to make this little job a bit easier. We had for a couple of years.
Wow.
First started.
Here we are in a beautiful community, Far North Queensland, and we've got Luke here. He's just going to give us a bit of a blurb about community living. How you going, Luke?
Yeah, pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, community living. Everyone go and get their 20, 30 acres of land and try and live with their friends, and that's kind of been happening now for 30, 40 years to varying degrees of success, I suppose. But I suppose, we've got 30 acres here and there's a few of us that live here.
And what do you think makes for an effective community?
Well, I'm like I suppose from my perspective of community development, I'm not actually focusing on having this property work as a community.
Right.
What I'm actually focusing on is having this valley with the existing community in it work better as a community, be a little bit more resilient, a little bit more self-reliable. I do believe we're going to be globally decentralising. So to strengthen what we already have here in our broader community of cane farmers, dairy farmers, cattle farmers, a few growers, it'd be great if we had more growers out in the broader community to make this village here of, sort of Gargett, Finch Hatton, Netherdale, Youngala as a bit more of that is the community.
And you've actually done that already. You've started walking towards that, like with is it Progress Association?
Yeah, we have a finger in the pie with the local Progress Association, and we sort of do grassrootsy kind of gatherings there. We also have a finger in the pie with the councils, the local council and stuff like that. But we're finding that when we focus on our grassroots personal community without, yes, we have a finger in the pie with council, but we're there to not let them dictate what this community wants to be, how this community goes, whereas we try to strengthen this community to actually suggest, and I don't like the word dictate, but to dictate to council what we want up here, and to be able to have the strength in that voice, because there's no point me spending my whole life trying to get a small community on a small block of land within a larger community if that larger community is completely dysfunctional. It's kind of like a waste of time, really.
Yeah. And today, this morning, you have a gathering of the local community. Tell me a little bit about that for people watching that might want to join in who live close by.
We just refer to it as Grassroots Friday. We bring in, if we've got any surplus produce from home. So today I think I'm taking in some plantain bananas, some cooking bananas. That way we're sharing new foods with the community, and we can offer advice on how you grow these, different varieties of foods, and we can supply them with the plant stock for those different varieties of food. So little bit by little bit, grassroots, bottom up community establishment, as opposed to the top down. You will do this and have to fit into this box. We're kind of like, oh no, we're creating all these boxes, and if you want to come in and talk to us, you make our boxes fit into what you're trying to do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So Fridays, 9:30, 10 o'clock?
Yeah, Fridays 9:30 till midday-ish at the Finch Hatton Central, which is the old railway station. Yeah, talk about grassrootsy things. We also talk about a bit of geopolitics because there's not a lot of accurate information on the television for the general public out there, so we do our best to keep them informed of maybe some of the stuff that we believe is going on behind the scenes, which can greatly assist them deal with some of the stuff that they're going to be presented with over the next few months.
So you're looking at the
And years.
greater community as well, and informing your local community about the conditions that are going to be placed over the top of us, in a sense.
Yeah, that's right. Or so that geopolitical spectrum
Yep.
of how things are kind of operating that the mainstream news aren't telling you.
And you can stay posted to hear more about that. If we find a time with Luke, we could sit down and do an interview just on the geopolitics for those that are interested. All right, thanks, Luke. There's Luke and his entourage.
This bit's scary.
Oi.
Through here, you got avocados,
Oh, yeah.
avocado trees.
Oh, look at them. Geez, they're healthy as
They're
they.
going to be, and so that's the
On the
whole
bamboo.
way along here. Sort of like a food forest avenue. Yeah, there's wild raspberries. There's a few like Brazilian cherries. We'll put more berries in closer to the edge.
That's another pad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like an old access track.
Right.
And there'll be, I'll sort of tidy that up so it makes a nice walking thing. Maybe put a little bus stop shelter so you can sit down and have a picnic there and walk around.
Yep. Look at these figures.
This is called Crotalaria.
Crotalaria.
Yeah. That's
Can you
beautiful.
eat this one? What's the function in here?
No, it's mainly biomass and nitrogen.
Right.
So yeah. And also the butterflies love it. So the butterflies love this Crotalaria. It also eats nematodes. Oh, I don't have a lot of nematodes, probably because I've got a lot of Crotalaria. Yeah, it's sort of like rattlepod.
Right.
Whereas this other one, pigeon pea, that's you can eat that one. The king parrots love it. So our flock of king parrots over the last sort of 8 years has grown and grown and grown, and it's because of pigeon pea.
Wow.
It's a great soil builder. All this sort of soil building to enhance the earthworks, which was done a few years ago. So I use all these plants to stabilise and regenerate earthworks as quickly as possible.
What's the soil? Rocky clay, is it?
Yeah, rocky peat, yeah, sort of decomposed granity stuff.
permaculture principles. Is that right?
Yeah, as best as possible. It's an ongoing. There's a few things with permaculture design. I think you can have your original, initial ideas and plan, but then to also be flexible in that as time goes by, different things happen and different priorities come up. But if you've got your foundational structures in, that's like with these, with the roads, and you see here there's a tap, there's 2 inches of water, there's a kilometre of 2-inch water line on this road that we've just traversed. So all those fundamental foundations are in, and then that now allows us to, let's put a picnic gazebo there. Yeah, we never thought of that before, but hey, wow, look, the landscape is saying that's what it wants. That's what it can have. Or maybe where I had drawn in an avocado tree, it might be better suited to a mango tree. To have that flexibility and that understanding that it's, yes, you've got your plan, but it's not necessarily set in stone. Particularly the placement of every single tree, but your foundations, excuse me, your roads and your water, they're in, so that you can then have that flexibility for the entirety of your adventure whilst you're here.
Just like in the forest, living in harmony together. There's the lolly tree. What's the name of this tree again?
Panama berry strawberry tree.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Wow, thanks, Luke.
Pleasure.
AK Tiki Ra on the road, and we've got Reece here. And today, following Luke and talking about community living, we thought to talk to Reece about, what he's building here, the home he's building. Like in the way of society, we're led to believe that you have to buy these houses that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're pre-built in certain ways with walls and everything. Well, we live in the tropics here, so it's a bit different for us, and there is so many recycled materials available to us, already cut and ready to go. So what we thought we'd do is talk to Reece and find out a bit behind how he came to build this tree house he's building. So yeah, what brought you to build this house, Reece?
Well, spent a lot of time here on the farm, mucking around, and from the moment I got here, I knew this was home. That went on for 4 or 5 years, and from the moment that the owners of the property said, hey, you want a spot where you can build something permanent, it just snowballed. The universe said, right, here you are, and within a couple of weeks I had enough material to build 2 of these if I want.
Wow.
So that was all confirmation that I was in the right spot at the right time, doing the right thing. And yeah,
why this particular position? Because as we can see, it's absolutely gorgeous, of course. But what led you to this position? Because I know there's so many different places on this community where you could have set up.
Number one, it's off the floodplain.
Right.
It's up high. Number two, privacy. There wasn't a lot of options. I didn't want to go too far away from the creek.
Yep.
So this was the best balance between off the floodplain, privacy, and not too far from the creek.
Yeah. Nice.
And a little bit of height. Like I like having vistas.
Right.
And we have a beautiful vista here, but not on top of the hill. So
Yeah.
it's been a good mission. Hills have their challenges and their advantages.
Yeah.
But no, this position just felt right. It was all lantana
Oh, yeah.
when we first got here. Pete had been up here and rice knifed it years and years ago. So
Wow. Grew
this
back
is always
healthy.
a potential spot here. But
Yeah. And where did you source your materials from? I mean, look at
um,
these floorboards. Wow.
it's all come out of just old rundown local cottages that no one was living in, mainly. All structurally sound still, most of it.
Yep.
So yeah, it's all local hardwoods, sawn in Youngala mainly. And some of the floorboards and stuff come out of old churches in Mackay and things like that. But
And how about the actual the structure, the plan of these poles and where the floors are going and everything? How did that evolve?
I wanted to start out with minimal disturbance to the earth. So I wanted to dig as little amount of holes and just, yeah, not have to take away material, put scars in the hill here. So it started off as a 6x3 rectangle, and I thought, oh, that's not big enough.
Yeah.
So I thought, how can I make it bigger with less poles? So with only 2 more poles, I created double the floor space and turned it from a rectangle into a hexagon. So that was my design, to maximise space, maximise living space, and minimal disturbance to the hill. And being on the hill has given me the advantage of now it can be 3 levels, because ground height here is 4 metres higher than ground height down there. So now I've got a sunken level underneath there. So it all just worked. I'm not sure. The 3 6s and 9s and hexagons and triangles and circles all played a perfect part, because my pile of offcuts for this house is very, very small.
Wow. And
So
have a look
doing
over
everything,
there.
doing everything in 3
It's
6s and
offcuts.
9s, and working with the geometry of those magic numbers really, really made it all flow really smoothly. So they were my only really intentions to start with,
Yep.
and it just flowed from there. Like I had a grand picture
Yep.
in my head, had no idea how that was going to happen.
Right.
So
And how close to the grand picture in your head is it?
probably 75%, I'd
Wow.
say. Yeah. Oh, it depends. Like, to me, it's going to be like a boat. It's never going to be finished. So there'll be a mezzanine up there, a 3rd floor, and all of these posts stick through the roof. So I have the potential to put a deck, the whole floor space. So I have this again up there.
Wow.
So how far do you want to go with it? And it's been built in the way that I can just put more poles in and make more bedrooms. So, this floor is going to be main living. There'll be a little kitchen over there, and just pretty much full open. The only 2 walls are going to be here for my daughter's little private bedroom, but they don't even go all the way to the ceiling, so I get maximise the airflow through here.
Yep.
So just one private little bedroomy thing, and then the rest is just going to be fully open. 3 or 4 bits of furniture that all have lots of functions, and mainly just open space, you know.
Nice.
I don't really have any floor plan except for a kitchen.
Yep.
The rest can just flow and change and be what it's going to be, you know, maximising morning suns in the kitchen,
Yep.
maximising afternoon sunsets, because I never pictured myself on the southwestern side of the hill,
Ah.
but it's glorious because
you got the 2 angles.
you get all the angles, you get maximise the
sides.
southeasterly breezes.
And what's downstairs? What have you got downstairs?
Downstairs was where I started, so it's been my living space.
Yep.
I started at the bottom and built up, so
Yep.
at the moment it's just
Where you
my
live.
little dungeon.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
a little kitchenette
Yeah.
that I scored out of an old camper van, and a bed and just a little desk, but that'll eventually be a teenager's retreat, I would say,
Nice.
when Lacey gets older and
Yeah. Needs that
wants
space.
her own space. There's big enough area down there for kitchenette and a little wee toilet and things like that, and a bed and all the
Nice.
things that teenage girl needs.
Ah, nice one.
Because she's on board, she loves this style, but she needs the comforts, which I totally
Yeah.
get. So
Yeah.
that'll be her space to do with what she wants. You know, there's
Nice.
time now where they're starting. The kids are starting to come in, and it's their time to shine and help
Yeah.
me design. I've built the structure, so now what?
They can fill it in.
How can we
Nice.
funk this up to suit you guys? So
Oh, nice one.
yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
then there'll
beautiful.
be probably for me it'll be main bedroom upstairs.
Yeah.
That'll just be my little. It'll be a 3x3 or semi-enclosed space
Yeah.
for a main bedroom. And a little star viewing platform out there with no roof, so we can sit up there with the telescope and get 360-degree
Oh, lovely.
star viewing
Yeah.
platform.
You
up
won't
there.
ever leave.
Oh,
You'll
it's-
be in here not leaving.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like,
Oh, well, you can feel it. It feels so amazing already.
yeah,
Feels
if these
quite
timbers
clean.
could speak, like
Yeah.
a lot of it coming out of over 100-year-old buildings.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
the original cane cutters cottages, the last one in Finchhatton that was falling down. All that
Gee.
timber's in here.
Yeah.
Look at these floorboards. There's a piece somewhere that's got Youngler stock 1952,
Wow.
and you know you can still see the saw marks in them. It's just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Unique.
So, yes.
Nice. Oh, wicked. All right. Well, thank you very much, Reece. Cheers, mate.